Hello and welcome to another episode of Classic Mustangs 429. Thanks for tuning in. Today we'll be working on a 1966 Mustang Coupe. It's a 289 4-barrel A-code car. Now I filmed all of these clips sometime last year but never ended up making a video out of it. Better late than never, I guess. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Let's begin. Got all the stangers out. Alright, similar to the gold Mustang, we're going to be doing the brakes as well. So I like to put everything how it came off, basically. It's good for beginners if you're just learning the trade and you want to understand where everything goes. Right? Everything comes off and everything goes back on how it was. Okay. Another dirty one. I'd say they're stuck. Alright, so you can see in there it's pretty brutal at the start. So I ran a couple passes through there. Here's the packaging in case you want to buy your own. Right. So basically all it is just to clean it up a bit, right? Before they weren't even moving. Now at least with a couple more passes, it'll allow that piston to slide a lot easier. As you can see, the pistons are super dirty. Alright, so got everything cleaned up. All the pistons are clean now. Rubbers are clean, springs clean. So now we're gonna get some fresh fluid, run some fluid through there, lube up all these, and then put everything back together, including all the drum brake parts. And second thought, maybe not. So I decided to check the bleeder, and sure enough, it doesn't come out. So time to pour some heat into it. Alright, got it all wire wheeled. Now I'm just going to run a 1/8 drill bit through it. And then once that's done, blow it out. A little bit of anti-seize. Put it back in and should be ready to go. Alright, so the bleeder's in, all cleaned up. Time to put the pistons and everything back in. Alright, everything's back together. The shoes are scuffed. All cleaned. All the drums scuffed as well. And that's all cleaned up. Anti-seize in there. Alright, that's all on. You want it dragging just a little bit, which it is. So 3 more to go. So just finished doing the driver's side, and I went to pull this off, and
voila!
There's nothing there.
No hardware.
So yeah, so there's nothing there. Pistons are there, which is good. Just have to go to the parts car, I guess, and take whatever we can salvage off of that and put it on this car. Alright, so went out back to the parts car. Look at that door paneling. Nice. Anyways, I remember I took off all the drum brakes on this because we didn't need it. So I'm gonna salvage whatever I can salvage here. You can see how solid this car is. And this is why you never throw away parts. So the parts car came in quite handy. We basically have everything we need. Alright, so the passenger rear is done. We salvaged all the parts from the parts car, from this bin. Cleaned the cylinder, took that all apart, got it wire wheeled and anti-seized. Also took the bleeder out, cleaned that, anti-seized it as well, and we're ready for the fronts. Alright, so I took the master off and you can see how goopy it is. I'm gonna rip all this apart, clean it, and then throw it all back together. Alright, so the master's all torn apart and cleaned. I put it all back together. Now I'm gonna, there's an inside view, you can still see where everything was sitting. It's the best brake clean and a little Varsol could do. But it's a lot better than what it was. It's gonna flow fluid. And what do we got? No. So yeah, I'm gonna bench bleed it now, and alright, got the lines made up. Gonna pour some fluid in here and bleed this master. So I'm going to keep doing that until all the air bubbles are gone. And then I'm going to pull the lines out, put the cap on, leave the lines on, because if you were to take these off right now, they'd be pissing fluid. So I'm going to just bend them up, put the cap on, bring it back to the car, then take one line off at a time, and put the hard lines back on from the car. Decided to shoot the master with some paint. Looks much better. Alright, so I got the master cylinder in place. I got the lines hooked up. One there, one at the bottom. Now I'm just gonna go hook it up to the brake pedal and hook up the brake switch. It's coming along. Should be drivable soon. looks nice. Decided to shoot it with a coat of paint. Looks pretty good. Lines are looking good. All those lines. But it's got a good ratty car theme to it, I guess. We got all the coupes out today. The front driver's side caliper is locking up. So basically I'm just taking it apart, or taking it off right now, then gonna take it apart, and then I'm gonna clean it all up and put it back together. Now there's always that one bolt that needs a little persuasion, so that's gonna happen. This side's good. There's no problems with this. It spins freely, right? So once I get that one torn apart and put back on, we should be good to do a little test drive. Okay, so what I did was I broke this line, like broke it loose, and then I took the two bolts that were holding the caliper off. I took the brake pads out and the dust shields off, and now basically what I'm doing is I'm pushing the brake pedal. I tightened the line again, and now all I'm doing is I'm pushing the brake pedal and I'm seeing which one is the least stuck. Okay, so this one's the least stuck, and I'm gonna keep pumping it until it comes out. I may even slide the brake pad back in, just so or even a piece of wood, just so it doesn't pop out, so that I can allow the other ones to pop out as well. And that'll basically get me to the O-ring, which is sitting right about here. Okay, once I'm close or right on the edge of that O-ring, it's fairly easy for me to take it out with a pair of pliers. But for now, it's virtually impossible when they're this dirty to remove them with pliers. So I'm gonna get a piece of wood, slide it in there, and then keep pumping the brake to see which one is the next least stuck, I guess. Alright, so the next one looks to be the bottom one on the outside. I'm gonna slide another piece of wood in there, just so it doesn't want to come out, and then hopefully those will pop out as well. Okay, this one's starting to come out now. So these are both out. Not all the way, but they're out just enough so I can get them out with the pliers. And you can see right there how dirty they are. Right, they should be shiny. So once these come out, then I'll be able to take it all apart and clean it. Just an easier way instead of trying to take it off with pliers. Alright, so I got the pistons out, and you can see the cylinder on the inside is good, but on the outside, right after the O-ring, it's quite rusty. Now that has nothing to do with seal. All it's basically doing is it's causing a bind / friction on the piston itself, which is holding it back from returning back into its cylinder when you release the brake pedal. So after I pull those O-rings out, I'm going to clean it up a bit. And then after that, throw everything back together. I'm going to clean the pistons as well, get all that residue off, rust buildup. I believe these are aluminized coated steel pistons. You can see they are rusting on the inside. The brake pads got a lot of meat still left on them, so I'm just going to do a quick sand, clean them up. The dust shields are in fairly good shape. Got some spider webs on them, but other than that, shake the rust out of them and throw them back on. Alright, so I got the O-rings out. I'm not sure what everyone uses at home, but I find the steel toothpicks, dental toothpicks, work great. Do that with all four, and then you're ready to clean the cylinder. All right, if you get this far before getting frustrated and simply buying a new kit, I would advise you to heat up one of these brake line fittings and removing it, like just loosening it to take it off, and then removing these two bolts from here. This allows you to freely access each cylinder with the drill accessory. So now you can freely access that and do the other ones and all four properly, right? Alright, so I got all the cylinders cleaned. Much better than what they were. All the pistons are clean. Nice and shiny. This side is done as well. So I just have the O-rings left to clean, and I'll probably just give the boots a quick clean as well. And then everything's going to go back together and back on the car and pray to God that it all works out. Alright, so I got the caliper on. It's all cleaned up and bled, or gravity bled. And as you can see, it spins now with the brake off. Whereas before, once you applied the brake, the pistons wouldn't return back into their cylinders. So it's all clean now. The pistons are moving back and forth like it should be. There's no leaks, so we're looking good. Hopefully running and driving tomorrow. All right, today is the day. First official drive in the 1966 Mustang Coupe. We'll see how this goes. Brakes feel good. Alright, first official drive in the 1966 Mustang.
A-code.
A-code, yes.
Automatic.
Brakes feel pretty good. Pulsing just a little bit, but that's to be expected on old sitting brakes.
Pads, shoes. Does it brake straight?
Yep.
Sure does.
Feels good. Steering's super tight, which is nice. Oh, are we running out of gas?
Take advantage of the downhill.
Oh, I will.
Coast in.
Steering wheel's actually split in two.
Like the steel?
Yeah.
The steel's broken too?
Yeah.
Whole thing to epoxy. Get the brakes working. Put the signal on.
Okay, relax.
See if everything works.
Signal doesn't work.
Okay, right on the list.
Golden. Line them up.
That's number two.
Number There's number 3. Alright, so since there's no key, we gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Boom! First official drive. Yeah, I guess next time we should make sure the gas tank's full. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this 1966 Coupe. We did a few other little things that weren't shot on camera, like clean the carb, put a set of GT rims on it, new heater core, new ignition switch to actually be able to use a key to start and shut the car off. I just wanted to let you guys know that we ended up selling the car to a father and son who were looking for a project to start with one another, and man, have they put in the work. Here's a few photos that they've sent me. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Feel free to leave a like and hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure to check out my other videos as well as my Instagram account, also Classic Mustangs 429. Make sure to check out Dylan McCool, Junkyard Digs, and Thunderhead 289 for other classic car videos. And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. You're not going to want to miss what I have in store for the 1965 Fastback in a future episode. So stay tuned. And thanks for watching. Mike from Classic Mustangs 429, signing out.